Good morning, gentlemen. How are you, Dick?
Really well, thank you.
It's
Thanks,
great
Chris.
to see you. You're such a fantastic human being. You're so positive. You're so smiley. You're so successful. What's the secret to your character? Where does it come from?
Say yes. Just go for it. Life is about doing things.
Yeah.
And all our lives, we've just done things and get stuck into it and smile.
And have you always
Anybody
been like
miserable?
that? Yeah, have you always been like that?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
so. Have I, James?
I'd say he's always been a bit bonkers. Basically,
Thanks, son. Thanks, son.
Garden shed inventing was something I grew up with, so he'd always be making something. We had like a collection of dodgy sort of chickens and goats that we used to ship around from house to house when he was in the army. And it was all like, growing up was always quite interesting. I think it's the same for Arthur and Dorothy now. It's like he's, force of nature, but... Yeah, favourite line is it's not a democracy.
Okay.
So such a good way to go through life.
So I sort of get that. I have echoes of that in my ears right now, but for entirely different reasons. So Dick came in here, and James is his son, and he said, "Well, James does all the work." That's not true, but I know what you mean. So how long have you been cooking and catering for, James?
Oh, ages really. I mean, we probably... have always grown fruit and veg and then cooked it. We've had sort of pigs and turkeys and chickens and...
Can you butcher a pig?
Yeah.
What, from nose to tail?
Yeah, it's basically something that we got help with. Obviously, you can't sort of always teach yourself everything. So we got a local butcher down and he ran a session. We make sausages, we cure salamis. And then I found like a really great thing. I get to work with my dad, do bits of cooking, write books and live in Cornwall. So I'm quite happy with how it is.
He's a professional chef, all right? He's a development chef. James does all that sort of stuff. But from when he was little, I wasn't joking about making him work. Young people should be made to work, Chris.
Yeah.
Let's not be shy about it.
But also,
I love the fact he does all the hard work.
Also, I mean, to be honest, my boys have started doing weekend chores and they love it.
Yeah.
They absolutely love it. And time flies by and everybody gets on with it and has a great time. Yeah. And, forget the telly. Telly's, dirty word in our house on Saturdays and Sundays in the daytime.
Weekend.
So, Practical Self Sufficiency, Dick and James Strawbridge, the complete guide to sustainable living today. All right. So there's the good life and there's the really, really good life. And you're having the really, really good life, which is great. And you're doing what it says on the tin. How is the chateau?
Great. It's interesting because we've always done sort of self-sufficiency and the chateau's just bigger.
Right.
Hello. It's not bad at all.
But the trepidation was, can you apply, a sort of small holding mentality to a proper, going concern? And you have done that. Were there any? What were the biggest bumps in the road in your 45-bedroom slice of heaven?
Well, the first thing was we had to turn it from a ruin into somewhere to live,
right.
And that's taken a lot of focus. But now we've got past that. That's why the walled garden's now happening properly. Last couple of years we've got out of the actual house and done some work. But we've done exactly the same things from living in a small terraced house, which is our first house we bought, and all the way through to now having a big house. It just means you can do more.
Right.
And the thing is, you got to try it and see what you like. And that's the key thing, because if you don't have a go and see, you can make cheese in a flat in London.
Yeah, of course you
can. And why? And if you just suddenly discover
you
you love it,
butter in a little plastic bag, can't you? And things like that.
Yeah, we've done it. Yeah. As youngsters, we used to take the top of the milk. Those bottles with the blue tip was taking the top off your milk. We used to use the cream to make butter. But you can do these things and see what you like. And I think that's the key thing. Find out what you like and then just go for it.
And so the Kardashians are on Series 18. You're catching them up now, aren't you? You're on Series 8 now, aren't you?
We are.
That is unbelievable. And
Catching up the Kardashians, my goodness.
I know. And I think they're I think now that Harry and Meghan have gone on the brink of signing this Netflix deal, it's all over the Kardashians. Between you and Meghan and Harry, you've put pay to, and that's good. Will there be a TV show on the back of this, do you think, James?
I think I went over and did some filming with my dad and Angela, doing some cooking on Escape to the Chateau, and it was great fun. I think the self-sufficiency side of things, that's almost like what we do, like
we do
private lives, and we do it. I think increasingly, I think probably there'll be more about sustainability on
it's
his
normal.
show,
You see, the thing is, it's not a specific show, because what you have to do is you have to just do things as your normal life, as opposed to turning it into, oh, look how clever I am, I've done something. Just do it.
But here you've got like a couple of pages on growing with hydroponics. Okay, what is that in normal English?
That is basically getting a load of confiscated equipment from the police at a discount in order to grow vegetables. It was a really good project.
It's water-based, no soil.
Yeah, it's no soil, so soilless growing, great for urban houses.
Okay, and it just looks like the best to-do book ever, doesn't it? Look at that. So you got growing with hydroponics. That's a couple of pages for you. Then you flick to any page. There's another one. Easy no-dig mulching and planting.
Yep.
And then go to page 105. Repair a bicycle puncture, which is also important because this is the kind of world you're inhabiting, isn't
it? Exactly. Listen, we're not one-trick ponies. You have to be able to do
It's
everything.
also as well like
I
he
love
lives.
it.
He lives in a castle, and I live in a terraced house.
Yeah.
Like, so you know we've
Which is
got
more
a
expensive
real-
than my castle.
It is. Well, it was.
rubbish,
It was,
isn't
it
It
was,
was, wasn't it?
But so it's like something for everyone. Wherever you live, you can really
So
have
great.
a go.
Mending, basic clothes mending is in here as well. It's just.
When was the last time anybody darned a sock?
I know.
You know, because you forget that sort of thing.
And darning socks is like magic, isn't it? Because you make the holes disappear. What is that
Hello?
about? It's the dark art of darning, isn't
I know.
it? Making flour and alternative milks, and then there's a whole quarter of a page on different grinders. Because so few of them work, don't they? You buy a pair of grinders, and after about a minute, they just don't work anymore. And you find yourself you have a collection of grinders, and you think the bigger the better. No, not necessarily. Managing a wood. How does one begin to manage a wood?
What I do is I just chop it up and put it in a shed and then burn it.
But it's like
That's a lot of the.
But it's like thinning out carrots. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Same theory. Okay. And the great thing about thinning out wood is going to identify the trees that require thinning with a little spray can.
No, we don't do that. No.
no,
To
no.
be fair, I let nature take its course because we've had some storms over the winter. We lost a couple of trees, and that's my next 3 years of wood sorted out.
How come you're good at all this stuff? Was your dad good at this, or were you self-taught, or what?
Oh no, my dad never did that. It was funny. I used to work
Well,
with him all the time.
Where did it come from?
Well,
This
you just necessity is the
We
mother of
were
invention.
talking about like was it Blue Monday and like how actually look out there. It's a beautiful looking day.
Yeah.
But I think with all of this, it's like it not only is it good for the planet, but it makes you feel pretty good. Teaching yourself something, having a
just
go,
do it, yeah.
like eating food that you've made.
Yeah.
Always, or something you've grown, it tastes
Entirely
better. It
different.
keeps
and
you
don't,
happy.
and also you don't mind doing a clearing up if you've got if all the family's had a great time, in the process.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with Sky.